So my name's Chris, or Luno, I guess, which is like my Matrix name online. My background is mostly music. All my training in school is as a musician. So piano mostly, but then I also play other instruments. And I also studied computer science too. So kind of like my work during the day is as a programmer, and then I played a lot of music and doing creative stuff. And my game is called Year in the Trees. So Year in the Trees is a pixel art survival game where you travel to a magical forest and kind of like you go inside and then you can't leave for a year. So it's up to you to survive and kind of start a new life there and try not to die, really. So and you do that by you can fight monsters and creatures. You can explore the wilderness and collect supplies. You can craft items. So it's a little bit like maybe like a 2D kind of Zelda game, but you have the survival elements as well. Yeah, actually, I found out about Stugan from Andrew Dicey Schuldeis, who was the maker of Tunic, which is a very exciting game that everyone here knows about and is very impressed by. You know, he had done it the previous year, and this was last year when I found out about it. And yeah, he just posted a link and it was like, everyone should apply to this. And I was like, what is it? And I clicked and it was just like, whoa, this is like such a good fit for what I'm trying to do, I think. And I didn't get in last year, but then I applied again and it worked out, so. The inspiration for the game, actually, you can't tell by looking at it. Like, you can the art inspiration is kind of obvious. Like, there's sort of these really amazing kind of so-called like high-bit pixel art games that I'm sort of like referenced a lot. Like a popular touchstone is like Hyperlight Drifter or Crawl. Sword and Sorcery is also another like pretty obvious influence. But gameplay-wise, there's actually this roguelike called Edom. It has like a procedural world, but big parts of the world, and it's kind of got like an overworld map that they're just kind of the same every time. So other roguelike games, it kind of feels like sometimes you go in there and it's just like, it's almost like too random. Like you kind of feel like you're in a different place every time. But that game, it just felt like it was this really cool little world, and I like loved going back to that world and playing there. So I kind of want to do something similar. So actually a lot of the stuff in the game is just like kind of influenced by that. One thing I think is going well with the game is that I'm like keeping the aesthetic like really tightly controlled. Like everything in the game, from like the artwork and all the UI and all that, is just like very much of a piece, which is really nice, but also very difficult to do that. So I've gone to great lengths and a lot of pain to keep everything like aesthetically pleasing. The crafting system is based around this like concept of discovering new recipes. So you start the game with just a handful of basic recipes, and you learn more recipes by crafting new items. So you won't need to go to a wiki because you can't craft anything that you don't know. So if you happen to know the recipe for some item, you won't be able to make it until your character learns it. So, but that, you know, not to say that your knowledge won't be rewarded. Like you can figure out how to unlock that recipe faster because you know the kinds of recipes that will tend to unlock it. The whole game is sort of organized around that. It's kind of like what drives you forward into the core loop. You gather items and you craft things. Then you learn a new recipe from the things you've been making, and then you go, oh, how do I make this? And then you go head back out into the forest again to search for the recipes search for the ingredients for the new recipe. During my time here, I'm working on a demo that's going to show off a lot of these features and give you a taste of like, you know, just a small cross-section of the game and kind of what it would feel like to play. And when I finish that, I'm interested in maybe pursuing some crowdfunding or talking to publishers. So basically everyone needs to see a demo, and the demo I have currently is sort of too unstructured to just kind of give to people and expect them to really understand the game. So yeah, that's the plan. I'll be posting a ton of stuff on Twitter throughout the time here. So and in a week probably it's going to be quite a lot of new art and content. So yeah, I would definitely recommend, if you think this looks interesting, go to @Lunoland on Twitter. I'm also like collecting email signups on my website, which is yearinthetrees.com. So if you visit the website, there's an email sign up there, and everyone who signs up for the email, before I launch any kind of crowdfunding campaign, I'm kind of like putting them into a list of early supporters, and they're going to get special benefits. So like if you sign up today, you'll get access to this demo, this like forthcoming demo that I'm working on, like first access, so you'll play it before anyone else. The main thing I want folks to do is like, go sign up for my email list. Well, thanks for watching, and if you like the game, please check it out. Until next time.